Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Regaining full shoulder range of motion after having a rotator cuff repair can be pretty tough. And that's mostly because we have to restrict shoulder movement for the first 2 to 3 months after surgery to avoid re-tearing the repair. Well, you might imagine after your movement's been restricted for 2 to 3 months, you're usually left with a stiff shoulder. In this video, I demonstrate the sequence of stretches I like to use with my patients in this situation. They're past the initial phases of recovery, so we're past all of the movement restrictions, and we can get going on regaining full movement. This first sequence of movements is really a warm-up for the program. We're simply going to repetitively, but somewhat gently, stretch the shoulder in several directions. You'll need some kind of a stick to do this. Baseball bat, golf club, broom handle, doesn't matter. First stretch, you're simply going to reach up overhead, trying to bring the hands back relative to your head and spine. So it looks kind of like this. You'll want to try to stay up tall, up and down 10 repetitions for each of these movements, a little bit of stretch at the end range, a little bit of hold, a few seconds, that's all. Up and down 10 repetitions. Then we're simply going to switch directions and extend the shoulders. Again, keeping myself tall. You'll feel this mostly in the shoulder blades, reaching back as far as I can, a bit of a hold at the end of the range, back and forth. Next, we're going to internally rotate the shoulder. So my hurt arm is my right arm. I'm simply going to grab the handle of the bat and with my left arm, pull the bat up, pulling my hurt arm into internal rotation, like I'm trying to scratch my back with my thumb. I'm not going for a max stretch on this, just a gentle stretch. Remember, this is just a warm-up. Up and down, as I mentioned, 10 reps. And then last, and probably the most awkward one, and I have to do it on my other side because it's hard for me to do it on my right side. So my left arm is my hurt shoulder. I'm going to grab the handle of the bat and use the bat as a lever and externally rotate the shoulder a bit. Keep it gentle. You'll sense that it's easy to overdo this one. A bit of a hold at the end of the range, as with all the other movements, and simply go back and forth, producing a bit of a gentle stretch at the end of the range. Our next stretch we call around the world. You'll need some light tubing or resistant band for this. So putting some outward pressure in the band, staying up tall, with your hurt arm, you simply make a big circle, stretching the band around the back of your head, behind yourself, and back to the starting point. And then simply reverse. Behind your head, back to the front, back to the starting point. Simply try to make as big a circle as you can make with your hurt arm while keeping some outward pressure in that band. And simply go back and forth about 10 to 20 repetitions. For our next couple stretches, you're going to need a foam roller. We call this stretch the open book. So in this example, my hurt side's my left side. I start in this position. My left leg is on the foam roller, and I'll explain why in a moment. So with my hurt side, my left side, I'm simply going to reach in an arcing movement, and I'm trying to get my thumb to the floor. So I'm having to rotate my arm a bit so my thumb is pointing down and I'm reaching toward the floor. It's very stretchy. The point of the foam roller is as my spine rotates, my pelvis wants to rotate too, and that makes it way easier. The foam roller prevents my pelvis and spine from rotating as much. It forces more movement from my upper back, neck, and shoulder. I'm trying to isolate the movement to that upper portion of my body. And you're simply going to go back and forth. Reach, turning the thumb toward the floor. I'm trying to get my thumb to the floor, which I can't quite do. I'm not flexible enough. Come back to the starting point. Reach, get to that max stretch, hold that for 3 to 5 seconds. Back to the starting point. Back and forth, 10 reps. I call this exercise the roller angel. We're really stretching not just the shoulders, but the upper back. It's a great upper back stretch. Lay on the foam roller as I am, knees up, feet flat to give you some sense of stability, and simply lie here for a few minutes. In the office, I usually have patients lay like this for 5 minutes to get a bit of an easy stretch out of it. Then we start the roller angel, which is just moving your arms as if you're making a snow angel. Move in as large of an arc of movement as you can, and key point, try to keep your fingertips on the floor if you can through the whole arc of movement. Up and down 10 times. In this exercise, we're simply going to use our foam roller to do basically an advanced version of a child's pose to really concentrate the stretch on the shoulders. So, hands on the foam roller, and I'm simply going to roll it forward, reaching, stretching my shoulders as far as I can. You'll feel quite a bit of pull. Hold this end position for 10 to 20 seconds, and then simply come back to the starting position. A second or two of rest, and repeat. Reach out, you're trying to bring your chest and shoulders toward the floor. You're trying to reach your hands as far away from you as you can. Make yourself tall. Hold for 10 to 20 seconds. Back to the starting point. And again, do 3 to 5 repetitions. We saved this stretch for last because it's almost always the hardest one. And it's a stretch we can almost never do until we're about 12 weeks post-op because it applies a fair amount of stress to that repair. And of course, we need that repair to heal. It has to heal enough to tolerate this force. And again, that's usually not until someone is about 12 weeks post-op. What we're working on here is reaching behind the back, which is almost always quite limited in folks in this situation. So take any belt, a luggage strap is perfect. Throw it behind your back, and with your hurt arm, grab the end of the belt if I can find it, and pull up until you feel a pretty mild stretch. Now, it's not like the prior version of this where we were reaching up and down the back repetitively. This is a stretch and hold. Find the point where you feel a mild stretch and hold that for 30 to 45 seconds. It's a long time to hold a stretch. If you pull too hard, you won't be able to hold it that long, and you won't get as much benefit. We want that long duration. That's an important factor. Pull until you feel a mild stretch, hold 30 to 45 seconds, then relax a bit. Give it a break for 30 to 45 seconds, and repeat. Pull, mild stretch, long hold. That's the stretching sequence I like to use with my patients who've had a rotator cuff repair, they don't have full shoulder range of motion, and they're past all of the initial phases of recovery where movement might be restricted. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it helps you get back to what you love to do. As always, like, subscribe, share this video with a friend, and we'll see you next time.